Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of FoolsTown here in City Skylines 2, where we're now just kind of glancing through what I'm classing as the port area that I built last episode. And we've got all these little side streets down, all these small quaint little houses right now, but it's still not enough to kind of solve a lot of my kind of issues with the high rents. Oh my goodness me, I think we feel like we're going through like a huge death wave right now as well. What is going on? But there's a few things I've kind of forgot to do, and today we're going to be implementing those. But I also want to mention I'm going to try and build the nuclear power plant. Now you may be wondering, Seniac, why are you building such a monstrosity right now? Well, we've got lots of problems in the city, and I'm trying to slowly solve them one by one. One of the big issues is right now that we are literally not producing enough electricity for what we are consuming. And I thought, you know what, we'll go all out, all guns blazing. I'm sure by at this point, we have enough educated people to be able to work in the nuclear power plant. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting. We've got lots of issues we're going to solve anyway. I want to drop down some welfare offices because that's going to really help out the rent situations. We have an issue over here with the vehicles trying to get in, so I need to kind of actually rebuild this highway leading in and out right now. It's all stressful. It's all fun. And am I excited? Yes. Yes, I am. So, what shall we do first then, boys? Let's first take a look at the welfare offices. Now, if you aren't already here, guys, make sure you smash that like button down below and subscribe so you get notified when more episodes do come out. But the welfare offices, you can only see right now, I've got that's the city hall, isn't it? Yeah, we've got a welfare office over here. You can see the green radius of what it does. Now, what it does is it helps the less fortunate by increasing well-being in the surrounding area. And that doesn't mean they're going to be able to start paying rents, but I feel like we need to kind of add a few more in to just kind of help them out. And I reckon a welfare office around about here would be a good little placement, because mainly on this kind of side and a little bit over here too, it's where the poor people live, guys. Okay, there's no ifs, no buts. There's no better way to say it right now. The poor people live here. Right, let's kind of come off this here. So if I come off this road down like that and then drop another one in about here. Bam. Beautiful. So we'll just go for those for now. I don't know if you can actually extend onto them. No, you can't. And somebody said in the previous episode as well, he said, why don't you start implementing some districts and assigning some services to some districts? And I think that would really help out. Wait, hold on. Didn't I have a death wave? Well, that death wave's now gone. We do have a fire, though. That's not good. That's not good. And I think it is something that I'm going to start doing eventually. It's implementing districts and getting stuff all down. So, hopefully, that will not solve the issues, but help out. But let's focus on the nuclear power plant. Oh, no. This is either going to be a really good thing or a really terrible idea. I don't know. Now, I don't believe I have it unlocked. No, it's not. But it can produce 750 megawatts. That's if it's like full efficiency and it has all the people working there. So let's go and unlock this in power. So I've got to first unlock the coal power plant, then the nuclear power plant. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we need a lot of water and stuff to go to the nuclear power plant. So I'm going to have to do a lot of stuff to kind of transform it. I'm stressed already. I'm stressed already. So, when it comes to nuclear power plant anyway, how big of a building is it? It's actually a decent sized building. Now, it is going to emit smoke. I don't know whether the smoke is classed as pollution, whether they'll struggle to breathing in nuclear air. Oh my goodness me. Why? Why do we have to have a tornado right now? And why is it going to be in the middle of my residential area? I was literally ready to build a nuclear power plant. Oh no. Hopefully it doesn't spread and destroy any of my city services. Right, if I kind of just go over there and pretend it doesn't exist. Oh god. Oh god. Right, this nuclear power plant, boys. I'll assess the damage a little bit later. I need it to be within an area that makes sense. I can't put it at the end of the airport. No. I did originally kind of secure all this over here to be like utilities, but when I started building this and found out where the wind's blowing, it didn't really work out. Now I don't know whether a nuclear power plant pollutes smoke. That's pollution. That makes sense? I'm not 100% sure, because when I place it down, nothing comes up about it. But the wind is all blowing over this way. So I could actually like build it over there. That's not a problem. Or I can build it over on this side. The wind blows that way, so I could have it over here, but it kind of feels a little bit out of place. Oh, I could build it over here. Because the wind blows down that way. Now, is it, or is that, oh, the tornado's still here. Alright, okay, how much stuff is it? Oh, it's moving. It's definitely moving. Don't go near the school, please. Don't go near the school. Alright. Those buildings have been oofed. Oh, destroyed by weather? You sure? You sure about that? Now, I could build it here, which the wind blows down that way anyway, and this is all industry and farmland and more industry. And so people living here right now, who once had a beautiful view of the mountains, are now about to have a huge view of a nuclear power plant. But it's going to be pretty good. I can't believe I've got an actual tornado going through the city right now. So how big's the building then? The building is a reasonable size. We're going to have to hook up the nuclear power plant to the main grid, as in a sense of the power line grid kind of version. So let's see if I can first build an interchange or a turn off, an intersection. That would be quite easy for this area. Now, if I built one for both sides, I could then access that side for industry. So I could kind of keep it simple and build something like this. This is like easy peasy lemon squeezy, no frills, nothing, no excitement, just does what it needs to do. But the only concern is trying to get this to line up. I could also build this version, but that is way too... Ooh, no, that actually could be good. This version could be pretty decent. Right, if I situated that like this... Right, I'm going for it. I'm going for the big one because I can use the roundabout to go this way and then continue, and also go that way and continue this way. So it gives me multiple access points, is what I'm kind of mostly excited about. So if I came off this roundabout then, now the road hasn't got to be crazy because at the end of the day, boys, it's just a nuclear power plant. So if I bring that road down, because I don't know how far or what I'm going to do with it, and if I implement said power plant, which is a decent sized building, and we'll throw it in about there. That's fair enough, right? Boom. Now, this is where all the real problems now begin, okay? This is where all the real problems now begin. So it's in a basic area. I could build industry around here, just to kind of bulk it up slightly. So it gives me another industrial area to utilize, where they can drive down, turn off here. All good, all good, all good. I can build some garbage around here as well to kind of, you know, give us more capacity. Right, should we assess the damage before we sort this out? Right, I don't think it actually did any negative damage that's long-lasting. Apart from the huge car crashes and the fact that this person's got a car in his house. They'll get through it. They're okay. It hasn't just destroyed any service buildings. So this itself then needs quite a lot of stuff to be able to work. Now, it requires water, it requires... Oh, it doesn't require power, but yeah, you know what I mean. And sewage as well. So let's first get this all connected then. So what I'll do to begin with then is I'll mainly connect it to the main grid. So, oh, hello, fuel plant unlocked. Let's go. So this is going to be connected to the main grid, which, do we not have it? Okay, it leads that way. So if I bring this up this way, because it has 3 access points to pull out, which we're going to have to make it go to the main grid in that regards, and then to a bunch of different kind of transformer stations. So if I bring this one this way, it gives me an access point there. Most importantly, this one I'll go straight across. And then this one, I'll bring it down to here. And then straight across. I will connect to this, but it's to kind of decipher it to make it go in different directions. So we've got a couple of points there we can utilize. Right, very good. That takes care of one of the issues. The next one is not enough water and a backed up sewage. Now, problem with this is it requires so much water. So much water. Now, I feel like we should get some water facilities within here. So I could get some waste treatment plants, which what this does, it processes sewage and purifies it into water. So we could hopefully try, and if I bring this down here, to kind of turn some of the sewage, because we have a sewage demand that we're not supplementing. I know we can import it as well, the water, but I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone here. Now, I can't remember how big this building actually was, so if I dropped it, for example, here, because you can add on to it. You can add these on. Oh, I need a little bit more space. Right, move it down, let's say, by 2. Oh, hold on, can I then get them? No, they've got to be connected like that. Okay, there's an ability to get free going around it. But I reckon... Did I implement this over here somewhere? I did. Oh, there's an additional building, a filtration system. Right. Okay. Okay. So if there's 3 buildings for it, let's just figure out the best way to do it. I think the best way to do this would maybe be placing it like here. And then adding on you to there. And then the filtration then goes here. So that gives a little bit more kind of a little bit more capacity. But it won't do that much. It won't do that much. But also I've got to hook it up to the main systems anyway. So if I... Electrifying the road only carries electricity. So we'll have to bring this in many stages right now. Right, let me figure this out because this is going to be interesting. So bringing this all the way down. So it's overlapping. Okay, so down again, under, and then to the end of the road. So that just covers that there, but it probably most likely will bottleneck. It's most likely going to bottleneck this whole area. So we need to kind of bring alternative runs going down. So connect to there. Will it slightly spread it? I don't expect it to. But it's already... We're now getting complaints about water because of our nuclear power plant is now sucking up all the water. That's the issue. That's the issue we've got right now. So our sewage did slightly increase, but it didn't increase by much. Our water availability is non-existent at this point, and we would have gained a little bit there, but what we need versus what the consumption versus the output is vastly different. It's vastly different. Now, this is an advanced water pumping station, which this actually comes from the water. So it does require a road. So let me... Okay, so let me place a little road here. And then can I drop these on it? Yes. So if I dropped you there... Oh, I can only build one of those? Ah, okay. I can only build one of those. So if I bring you down, that down to the side, and I think we should be able to get some of the smaller ones. Connected to it. So there's a couple just there. Obviously, we've got to connect the road up. And I'll bring this up at the side here. Alright, let's go out by one more. Alright, go there. Turn it slightly in. Oh, hello. Very nice. Very nice. So that then should produce water, but to what extent, I'm not fully sure. So we're at 900 capacity right now. Once that now starts kind of producing or pumping in the water, how much is that? Oh, 2 million! Okay, we've got the water. That wasn't that difficult then. that wasn't the big issue that I was expecting it to pretty much become. So, I don't like this, though. Honestly, I feel like that doesn't look good. The sewage treatment area. Right, can I get this going around the back? I can get this going around the back. Well, I want it to snap. There we go. That wasn't very straight. Yeah, it's not going to look good if I kind of do it like that. But I'm just wondering if I can kind of slightly move some of that stuff over there. I'm going to keep it as it is anyway. Yeah, that should work out. Oh, I can't believe how much it actually needs. So we've just got to sort out the sewage side of it now. So the other alternative, the ground pumping, the waste treatment here, but I just don't like how the building is. Now, it can have a sewage treatment of 60,000 units. What are we... We need 1.1 million. Okay, sewage outlet. That does 100,000. This could do 400,000, providing that we have the efficiency. We have the people working here. We actually don't have anybody working in here at the moment. That's interesting, isn't it? That's very interesting. So if I move this down, or should I move it over here? So you could have it over there, but not perfect positioning. So if I implement one there, and if I build a second variation of it, and put that here. So same again. I know it's not really doing much for me at the moment. But dropping 2 in. Because I think it's a good position to put them, just outside. It looks like these are like, you know, where the water kind of comes in and out from this and cools it down and all that kind of jazz. So it kind of looks like it's a part of it. But it doesn't really do the job I need it to do. Now, unfortunately, my processing capabilities won't increase until we have people working here. And once the people start working here, the efficiency then starts to creep up. But there's lots of open positions and nobody wants to take them. I'm assuming, I mean, unemployment's really high. Do you reckon it could be because they can't get here for work? It's the same with this. I need employees for the nuclear power plant. But this is still backed up. And I don't want to keep dumping sewage into, you know, the rivers. But my only other option for sewage treatment is that. Don't we have the ability to kind of sell it out the region? Do I have the pipes hooked up? No. Right? No? Right. Okay. For the first time ever then, let's... I'll bring it from over here. Let's import, export our excess. So I'm going to bring this down. Right, that will give us the ability to now import or export, you know, wherever I want it's going to be. And we're most likely going to be importing sewage. And when I say importing sewage, I mean exporting sewage. I don't know why I said importing. I'm not saying, yo, give me your poop. I'm like, no, you have my poop. So for now, I'll have to pay for the sewage to be pumped out of the region until people start working here and the efficiency increases, which means the capacity increases. So that's not the end of the world. We're exporting water because we're producing so much more water, which is obviously going to give us a nice, juicy return on fees. So water and sewage, fees, export. Where's my money for export? Guys, I'm exporting water right now. Where's my money? I might have to wait for that to kind of update. But as of right now then, the nuclear power plant is operational. But it only produces 75 megawatts. Again, that's all down to the fact I don't have the employees over here right now. So it says here, the maximum number of employees in a building is determined by the building's type, size, and zone density. Open workplaces and company service buildings get filled whenever there are citizens with matching education. So what I'm going to do is we do have the option to bring public transport over here. Now, I've got to build this up a little bit more to make it more worthwhile. But I do have a metro line that does kind of end here. So I could extend that over by one more to there. And then this whole area here has a metro stop, which might be a little bit overkill, but I'm going to build this up a bit more. I've got a bunch of like unique buildings over here. Like I've got the fuel plant, the pharmacy, the oil refinery, which all can be placed within this vicinity, creating a nice, decent industrial area. Now, I've got to figure out then the best... I mean, there's taxis on the way right now by the looks of it. I'm assuming they're coming to here. But I need to get the subway stop up and running. And I've got an option to do above ground or overground. Now, my only issue is going to be here is the fact that I'll have to... I mean, I had this issue when I tried to make the subway line go under the river. It might be easier just to kind of have it set up as an overground station. Like that. Right, these taxis coming in here, or are they just going out the region? They're going out the region, boys. Okay, 23 employees, so my sewage... Oh, my sewage has kind of increased up. Okay, so I'm no longer exporting any sewage because now we have the capacity. Has this one got any employees? 9. Is this one? Okay, this one has not yet. So we're having our little subway right now, skedoodle across, which would be quite cool to see another bridge go across the river. And then as it gets over here, then we make it go underground to connect up to the subway stop there. So, track-wise, we're going to bring this across. Now, do I raise it or keep it low? I reckon we just keep it at the same height, because there's no boats or anything going down here. And then we'll get to this point, and we'll bring it down by the -20. That will do our job for us. So, I've got to do a complex curve here. Just kind of wiggle in the bend. That's all good. And once I build this area up, you won't even notice the train line. You won't even notice it, boys. So, I've now got to extend that line. Which I don't know how you extend a line. Now, what line is it? It is... I don't know how you extend a line, to be honest. Like, to completely honest with you. Do I then just go add ahead and add or drag a new stop over to here? So the stop's there. But I need the one then going back. Alright, there we go. It awkwardly crisscrosses because they're technically on the wrong platforms. But oh, there we go. I fixed it. Okay, sweet. So we've got a metro stop going over there, which then means people in the far city, over in the background over there, have access to this area via one subway line. Nice. I do need to do a lot more public transport in the city. I mean, we've got a couple of bus routes, we've got the tram loops, we've got loads of subways and train lines, but the city keeps expanding and I'm not expanding the public transport along with it. Oh, and there we go. So now we've got the access. People can get here with ease. It's a simple commute. We've now got 38 employees, which 240 megawatts being produced. So we are no longer inefficient. Now, I am going to assume at some point we need to place down more transformers to turn the power into what's usable. I'm going to assume that at some point. Now, all this here is for there. I'm going to electrify the road so we can carry some power as well, additionally. Can I keep the overview up for the power while I do this? Yes. So, upgrade the whole roundabout. All the way down. Which doesn't really matter going that way anyway. I just need to Bring you down to there, to there. So all the way down. Now we're making it turn off this way. And then where's the first turn off here? Just here. Up and over. Right, that connects to that one. Let me just do this side. Oh, there we go. And lead this all the way down to where we turn off there. So it gives us a few access points now. So the power can lead out. So that's one way to kind of bring it to and from this area with a little bit of ease without using a transformer just yet. But we will need to use more. We will need to use more. So there we go. You can also see where the wind now blows it. And I'm not sure if it does produce a pollution. As of right now, it looks like it doesn't. But never say never, okay? Never say never. So has that sorted out a lot of my issues now? So electricity is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine right now. Actually, we're exporting quite a lot. Water-wise, we are exporting water because we're producing too much. Sewage, it's a shame we can't import sewage. Because obviously, if I've got an excess, I can import it from another city, another region, and make money that way. And, you know, that would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? So that should then change how much I now make, right? So electricity, we've got the export on the go right there, looking really good. Sewage and water export. So we're now making money off the excess. Otherwise, it would have been just there, not being used. That's pretty cool. So hopefully those utilities last me a little bit longer. I'm hoping they do last me a little bit longer. Now, I want to sort this over here right now. The traffic's probably kind of dispersed, but it's an issue that will rise again. So, I've got to buy all down to here, and annoyingly, do you reckon I've got to buy that one as well? Yeah. I've got to buy this one as well. I ain't got to buy that one, have I? Oh, you're joking me. I got to buy that one as well. Stop taking me over there. I want to buy this. Just so I can sort this out. So pause for a second. Delete it all. All the way back to here and here. And then we'll just kind of build a parallel road right now as well. So parallel. Oh, there we go. We go on the bendy one. There we go. All that just so we can have a nice flow of vehicles coming in and out. Not having to share the same road. Makes life a little bit easy for us, right? What's going on here? Oh, I better say what's going on there. It's the road maintenance vehicles slowing everybody down. Now, do I have garbage issues? That's another one, isn't it? You could say yes. Yes, I do. So we need to implement a few of these objects. Now, thinking about it, does it give me now enough space and time to get rid of this gas plant? What have we got over here? Road maintenance. Oh, I've got to reposition that. Now, even though I have the capacity right now, I'm going to delete these buildings and it was going to reduce my capacity. Because I'm allowing those to take over. Providing no issues get caused. It just could be like bottlenecking stuff. I'm going to have to delete that building as well. Because I'm going to redo this area because of how the wind is. Now, underground, there is so much going on underground here. There is so much going on. I'm just going to delete what complains. Whatever complains, I delete. Rather than sit there and delete it all individually. This is going all the way to there, right? Alright, have all the complaints now gone? The only complaint now is the road. But the city's sufficient enough, right? Yes. Now, where is my garbage then? Actually, hang on, let me check my power. So, I'm not exporting as much now, obviously, because I've had to delete the gas plant. The water is still okay. I could probably do with another sewage one, which I could squeeze a third sewage one within this area. And that should see me through for quite some time. So if I move this a little bit further down, and then just go for a third one, it then just covers everything for the city for a long, long time. There we go. There we go. And then, so that's still taken care of, the sewage. So we should have capacity for quite some time. It's then garbage. So when it comes to garbage, we are utilizing a landfill site over here, and we've got an incinerator and a recycling plant. And that's the only one we've got. So it would be a good idea to build an additional one. Now, building the incinerator is a large building, but it does produce power. It does burn. It has a 3,000 ton a month capacity, so I think an incinerator is the way to go forward. Industrial waste processing site as well. Oh, that's something else we should think about unlocking. So I'm not going to do a landfill over here. I'm not going to do a landfill. But we'll go for the higher ranking stuff. The recycling center doesn't have the biggest capacity. But it is a lot greener. You know what I mean? So recycling does medium ground pollution and low air pollution. The industrial waste processing site does high ground pollution, high air pollution, high noise pollution. Has 250 trucks and produces or can process 50,000 tons a month. Now you're telling me that I'm not going to choose that. Right, I'm going to drop it down quickly. You can't add on to it, so that is the building. Okay, that is the building. I'll drive a road down here. Might as well have a road go around the whole outskirts of it. Oh, I like that. I like how it's like dug in the road. That's pretty cool, doesn't it? So that'll give me like a lot of capacity, but obviously I've got to get... Oh, you only get one of those buildings as well. But you need... Oh, we've got all the employees. The efficiency is super high, so we should have that capacity right now. Recycling centers is probably the next way to go forward. Because it's just a little bit greener. So 15 trucks. The incineration plant has a lot more trucks, but this is all I can really fit in this vicinity. So if I placed you in there... Oh, that road goes in there perfect, doesn't it? Now, there is extensions I can do. I can do a storage extension, which is a separate building. I've got the hazardous waste, which is a separate building. And then the upgrade to the garbage depot trucks is not. So if I placed you in there and then thrown you in... Ooh. I'll throw you in like that. And then we'll do a skinny road. So you can access that little bit of area. Now this is a lot, guys. This is a lot for this vicinity. This is a huge amount of stuff. But the capacity that we now uphold in the city. So garbage related. I don't know if you can see that right now. I've got processing capabilities 64,000 tons. I'm only producing 5 tons of garbage. But I've got nearly 500 million. I've got to spend the money somewhere, haven't I? I've got to spend the money somewhere. So that will see us through for the considerable future. It hasn't... It's produced 1 dump truck right now. Which is understandable because I'm not... I mean, the capacity that has versus what's going on now is crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'm also wondering as well, do I bring this road here at the roundabout up and over? Maybe connect into that? Could be an interesting connection, couldn't it? And obviously not do it as a highway, do it as a normal road, so that the speed limits are low. So there's more enticement to use the highways, but there's nothing really over here at the moment, so we'll keep it as it is. Now, we have a passenger line. They can at least get over here. The jobs are filling up. 90 employees on that, damn. And 90 there, and 90 there. Holy moly. Damn, we've got loads of employees right now over here. It's a lot of people. Now, I'm not saying it would have solved unemployment, but it's got to put a slight little dent in. I'm so happy now because I've got these style of buildings in, which obviously require a lot of highly educated people. Does this one require highly educated? Yes, and we're filling them with ease. There's no stress, no dramas, no issues. And the city has its needs fully met for a long time right now. Now, we've got traffic issues over here. They're all trying to export now as well. Export or store? I'm not too sure what they're trying to do. I mean, let me check my outside connections. We're exporting a few things, but nothing really huge. They're all trying to drive down here right now. There's only so much that can be done. So and it's causing traffic as well, with the amount of goods coming in and out. It's mainly them trying to get all over here. Now the problem is with these train lines, you don't have... Oh wait, I'm sure they can load from the opposite side. So if I built the skinny road here... Right, is it a big drop on the elevation change? It is. So I don't think I'm going to get... Oh, maybe I do get a connection there. Now, it means that they can also drive down here and import and export. So if I create a loop like that... It's very ugly. I get it. It's really, really shocking. But that's the only train line thing in this vicinity. There's one over there, but everyone over here, I think it's quicker than to drive this way. It's probably what's causing the traffic leading in. I mean, traffic there is leading in too. So I reckon we need to get squeezed, because I originally had the cargo train station here. So what if I build one here? What's the land like? Is it ridiculous? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Cargo. There is a little bit of a flat section there. Right, if I built it here then, so I have to say goodbye. Oh, no, actually, I can't do it like that. Because of the road. Actually, no, let me place it down. Because now I just realised you can access both sides of the train station. Bring this across. Let me just bring that to there. And then the snap there would go up to there and then in. And then I just flip this round. So I've got a road either side. And I'm going to build a second train line in. Because I'm going to have one go to... One that's going to kind of... One that goes to the harbour, one that goes to the... No, you can't even make it go to the airport. Why do we not have the ability to connect up the airport to cargo? It's so annoying, isn't it? Okay, one to the airport and one that goes through the different stations to kind of transfer the goods. But I do have to then connect it to this going through that road. Which, there's not really that much traffic, so I can't see it being an issue. So what's the best one to kind of pick? Right, if I bring that to there, if I then bend you up and in, and I'm hoping... Is that connected? I'm not sure if that's connected. Just to be on the safe side, I'll do it like this. Okay, they don't like this. I'm not sure if this is connected or not. I don't know if it's like a visual glitch, but we'll soon find out in a minute. Right, if I do this bend and go, bam, bam, bam. I know it's a little bit too close for comfort, but we'll see what happens now. So, cargo train. If I go this one and take it directly to over here. Does this not work? Let me try that again. Right, got you, and then something here is broken, isn't it? Oh no, it works. It can come from that way. I don't know what was going on then. Right, that completes that route, and then this one. This one I wanted it to hopefully go from station to station. But I know the next issue I've got is I don't have enough trains. A lot of taxis there, isn't there? I don't have enough trains. Right, that's in. And we'll go to this one. Now I'll go back again. Keep it simple. There we go. I don't have enough trains because of my train yard for this. So my new line's cargo. This one, reduce it down to its minimum. It's already saying no vehicles. Down to its minimum. And that's mainly down to the fact that because of this over here. We don't have the full employees, so we don't get the full efficiency. So we are going to have to build an additional train yard somewhere, aren't we? Now, I don't quite know where to build it. I really don't know where to build it. How big is the building? It's not a train yard, it's a rail yard, you fool. Somewhere along here? I mean, it's too close, that is, isn't it? Oh, I could build it up here. Nah, it's going to take away from what I want to do in that area in general. Yeah. This is the issue. This is the issue of trying to build train lines when you now need to have train yards. I honestly do not know where the best place would be to put it. I need to, like, dedicate a proper train yard area. I'm going to need to dedicate a proper train yard area. Do you reckon I should just throw it down just somewhere random now for the sake of it? Just so I can get the trains utilized? I think so. I think what I'll do is I'll put this here. It's solely here. Now remember this. It's solely here. To allow the trains... To allow the lines that don't have trains right now to have trains. Obviously, you want it in an area where you can use the main route here to bypass through. So, we'll just sort this out. So, this one will... Actually, I'll do the furthest... No, we'll do this one first. If I go to there and then in. they're spawning trains. How many trains that's the big question. Oh, wrong button. Right, every track line there has a connection. Now, this is just a placeholder, guys. It's just a placeholder, okay? Don't get too stressed, because I'm getting stressed. So at least the trains will now spawn. At least the trains will now spawn. We should have some employees coming in. We got 8, so that'll give us the full 10, hopefully, with the efficiency all the way up. And then the train lines will be up and running. Yes. Now, what's going on over here, then? We have buildings here that are abandoned by its occupants. Now, are they having issues because of the vehicle traffic, you reckon? They're slowly filtering in all the vehicles. I mean, the backlog is dying down, definitely. But it's completely overloaded. It is completely overloaded in this area. And for some reason, the game is just simulating really slow. Even though I've got it in fast forward mode. So I think there's a lot of computing going on right now. There's a lot of computing. So the train lines should have the trains. No longer getting the complaints. Nice. Now, I'll eventually make this a lot better. We'll eventually make a lot of this area looking better. Because at the moment, they do look a bit funky and out of the place. And I'm going to utilize this section over here for some more industry. I can throw some industry down here as well and over there. But I mainly want to utilize it as well for the bigger, unique buildings. That's what I also want to get in. Because they add a bunch of additional benefits to the city. And I'm quite excited about all of these. I really, really, really am. So, I think we'll end it for here then, guys. I wouldn't say we've solved issues, but the city's a lot less complainy. The only big one is the high rents. Those guys are still complaining about the high rents right now. And it kind of worked out when we did, like, when you go on this kind of dense thing, you can kind of see who is complaining. And then see what we could potentially replace it with, some higher density. It kind of worked out in that vicinity, but, you know, there's still so much more work we've got to do. That we've got to implement and get in. And it's no good just throwing down the odd building or two. Because at the end of the day, there's so much residential I've got to squeeze in. These won't fit on because they're all connected to that. But there's still zoning here, there, and everywhere anyway. There's a nice little strip of commercial I can maybe throw in here. Right outside the train station. Yes, please. Yes, please, boys. And then we'll drop some residential in. Every little helps, I suppose. Every little helps. But the nuclear plant's in, baby. We have the power. And we have 180,000 residents. And $500 million in the bank. Look at how much money I've got coming in. Is my taxes high? Do you know what? Because we're making so much cash, why don't I reduce taxes by 1% and be a nice mayor? I can be a really nice mayor right now. Reduce taxes. It does mean I earn less, but I am making so much money. It's unreal. Unreal how much money I'm actually making. But we got to start thinking about right now. Deficits, production. We need to go on an industry expansion, and not only for the goods, but to also bring down the unemployment. We need a lot of entry-level jobs, a lot of industry, and that's what we'll start focusing on the next coming episodes. But until next time, boys, I will see you all soon. So, goodbye.